Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, and today we have a posture-focused Yoga for Skaters video. In this posture focus, we are going to focus on finding Dolphin. So Dolphin is an inversion. It is like a forearm variation of downward facing dog. So the way we're going to start this posture is we're going to start with just some side body and overhead shoulder opening poses. And then we're going to move through some shoulder mobilization. And then I will show you how you can find your way into dolphin pose should you want to practice this or incorporate it in any of the flows moving forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in child's pose. So go ahead and come to your child's pose. You can keep the knees narrow or take them wide, whichever feels good for you. And then let's just start by reaching those arms up overhead. And go ahead on your next inhale, just sort of tent the fingers. So we're going to lift the wrists up off the mat, lift the elbows, armpits are lifted away from the floor. And then just take an inhale here, push down into the floor with those fingertips and lengthen the hip points back. Yeah, maybe just energetic lengthening. Good. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, walk your way to the left. So it doesn't have to be a big side bend to the left or anything. You're going to plant your left palm and then bring your right hand on top of that left hand and thread those fingers. So that when you're here, you can still press into, especially the pads of the right fingers, and press down, feel the right hip point sink a little bit further back and down. So we're making this length on the right side body. We're also, as we press down, working to activate and open that outer border of the right side, upper back, and shoulder. Go ahead and walk your way back through center. Let's go ahead and find this on the second side. So walk your way to the right. The left hand is going to come on top of the right hand this time. Left fingertips threading through the right. And you're pressing down. And then feeling that left hip point drift back towards the back edge of your mat. So making space at the waistline. Making space at that left side, upper back and shoulder area. Good. Take another full inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and walk your way right back to center. Nice. Next inhale, shift forward to tabletop position. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes, lift those hips up and back. Let's take a moment here in down dog just to feel those areas that we just opened with child's pose, right? So pressing through the pads of the fingers, push the floor down and away from the toes. Feel that upper back get broad, and then almost feeling as if you're lifting from underneath the armpits. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and bend the knees, come into tabletop position. Good. So from tabletop position, go ahead and come onto forearms. So elbows are underneath the shoulders. And then you're just going to press the palms together like prayer pose. Sink the hips even further back. So coming into that child's pose, if you need to drag the elbows back, that's okay. And then once you're in that child's pose with the palms together, go ahead and bend the elbows. Start to bring those thumbs towards the base of the neck. Awesome. And then from here, we can stretch out the triceps and further open up these shoulders by just walking the elbows, if it's okay, forward. So left elbow walks a little forward, right elbow walks a little forward. A little bit there, and then maybe taking this moment to feel that stretch through the upper arms, maybe through the tops of the shoulders. Full inhale. And then as you exhale, start to press the hands together. Can you press the pads of the fingers together? Press the palms. Good. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, relax the hands. Good. We'll shift right back to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes up and back. downward facing dog. Nice. So some opening for those shoulders, for that upper back. Let's go ahead and get into some mobilizing here. So step the right foot in between the hands. Go ahead and just bend the left knee. We're going to come into a low lunge to move through these mobilizing postures. Mobilizing and stabilizing. So from here, take the arms wide. You're going to flip the left thumb down and take that left hand up the back body. Right thumb stays up. Take that arm up overhead, and then right fingertips go down the back body. So from here, you don't have to clasp or anything like that. We'll just work to keep the torso straight up and down. And then go ahead and release that, come back to the start, and switch. So this time, right fingertips are going to go up the back body. Left fingertips are going to go down. And then back to center, and switch. Good. Back to center, and switch. Perfect. One more time, back to center, and switch. This time, make fists with both hands. And with those fists, start to squeeze them towards each other behind you. So if they touch, great. If not, no worries. We're just finding engagement in this position. Beautiful. One more inhale. And then exhale. Go ahead and unwind. Yes. Plant those hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full inhale here in down dog. And as you exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, bend the right knee, and we're coming into that low lunge on the second side. So we'll take that dynamic movement first, and then we'll find the stability with the hold. So go ahead and bring right thumb points down, take the right fingers up the back body, left hand up, left fingers down the back body. Yes. So core stays strong, torso stays straight up and down, lower body is strong, so you can work that dynamic movement here. Go ahead and come to center and switch. Come back through center and switch. Beautiful. Center and switch. Yes. One more time to center and switch. Good. So make fists here. Same thing on this side. Press those fists towards each other. Feel the shoulder area engage, that shoulder socket. And then relax. Arms along the left side. Step back to downward facing dog. Nice. All right, so we're open, we're mobilized, we're stabilized. Let's go ahead and work our way into dolphin. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, come on down to forearm plank. Nice. Inhale in forearm plank. Exhale, lower the knees, the thighs, the hips. Inhale, take a breath in Sphinx, lifting up, push the floor away with those the forearms. And then exhale, just soften. All right. So to come into our dolphin, go ahead and bring those palms together in prayer pose. Yep. Just like we did with the tricep stretch. And then as you're here, you can interlace the fingers, but I like to keep kind of the pinky fingers one in front of the other so that there's a nice base. So you interlace those fingers, find that base if you like. And then we're going to reverse the forearm plank. So tuck the toes, lift the hips, the thighs, the knees. So we're in a variation of forearm plank. And then from here, you're going to just go ahead and push through the forearms. To start, I want you to just walk those feet towards your nose. Yeah. And then as the feet gets closer to the forearms, once you get to where you might want to work or where you're exploring today, go ahead and press through the forearms and then push the hips up and back. Yes. So when you push the hips up and back, if you feel like there's more room, maybe you walk those feet back, or maybe you bend the knees a little bit, push down through the forearms, and push back even more. Yeah. Take another breath here. You're engaged through the forearms. Good. And then go ahead and shift forward. Shoulders over the elbows. Once again, walk the feet back to that forearm plank. Lower the knees, the thighs, the hips. You can release the clasp of the hands. Inhale, lengthen through that Sphinx. And then as you exhale, go ahead and just soften, take a moment. So we're going to find our way into Dolphin 2 more times. We'll play around with the interlace of the fingers. You can find the opposite interlace this time. And then as you're coming into your Dolphin pose, start to just get a feel for where that distance is between your elbows and your toes. It's going to be different for everyone, especially depending on the openness of those shoulders, okay? So let's go ahead and come back on up. Find those elbows under shoulders, forearms down. Find the opposite interlace this time and see if that feels good in terms of finding a nice base. Yes, tuck those toes. Lift the hips, the thighs, the knees, coming into that forearm plank variation. Perfect. And then from here, keeping the shoulders over the elbows first, start to walk the toes towards your nose. Nice. And then once you get where you want to be, you can start to walk the toes back a little bit, or just push through the forearms, lengthen the shoulders back. Awesome. So I do just want you to feel comfortable, like shifting from shoulders, shifting from toes, kind of moving here to find your Dolphin. Perfect. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, push the floor away. Feel that space between the earlobes and the shoulder heads. And then walk it all the way back. Perfect. Knees down, thighs then hips. Undo the clasp. Take an inhale in Sphinx. And a breath to come down. Perfect. All right, one more time through this Dolphin. Go ahead. Here we go. Forearm plank. Forearms down. Find the interlace you want to work with. Tuck the toes. Lift the thighs, the knees, finding that forearm plank. And then go ahead and start to walk the toes in. Now you're familiar with about where you want to be, right? And then push through those forearms. Press the hips up and back. Beautiful. So you're finding your Dolphin pose. If this feels like a lot on the shoulders by our third rep, no worries. It takes practice. And then the ever elusive 3-legged Dolphin. From here, go ahead and lift the right heel. Nice. Push the floor away as you reach that right heel to the sky. On an exhale, lower the right foot. Next inhale, 3-legged Dolphin, other side. Again, can you reset, push the floor away with that forearms? Good, reach through the heel. Next exhale, lower the left foot, walk your way back. Shoulders shift back over elbows, and then you're all the way down. Take an inhale in Sphinx. And then an exhale. Awesome, just relax for a moment. Beautiful. Go ahead and slide those hands under the shoulders. We're going to take just one more down dog. So take your time. You might move through tabletop all the way up and back to down dog. And just maybe a moment to notice the difference in effort, intensity between down dog and that next inversion we've got, Dolphin. And then just go ahead and bend the knees, come on down into tabletop position. Beautiful. So we're just going to wrap it up here. Do a little counter pose for that Dolphin. So from tabletop, reach your right leg out to the right. Good. And then we're going to reach that right arm up. And you're going to scoop the right arm through the left, threading the needle here, coming onto the back of that right shoulder, onto the right ear. You can walk the left hand overhead if that feels good. And then taking this moment to press the back of the right arm, the back of that right upper back into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Yes, one more inhale. Find that space. As you exhale, walk the left hand back. Press your way up. Undo that thread. Bring the right knee back under the right hip. And we'll find the second side. Good. Left leg reaches long. Left arm reaches up. And then thread that left arm through. Good. Maybe walking the right arm overhead. And then can you activate the back of this left arm? Inhale, breathe into that left side, upper back. So we're still engaged, but also finding space. One more inhale. Exhale, walk the right hand back. Press it up. Good. Coming back to your tabletop position. Nice. Big toes together, knees wide, sit it back. Wrap the arms around the shins, forehead to your mat. 2 resting breaths here. Inhale, relax those shoulders. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. And then take your time as you're ready. You can start to make your way up. Good. Coming into a comfortable seated position. All right. So that is dolphin pose for us. So again, we've got inversions in our yoga practice. Down dog is an inversion. Dolphin is an inversion. And of course, our headstands, handstands, forearm balances, also inversions. But the down dog and dolphin, really good inversion poses to build shoulder strength, core stability, and then that just like shift in perspective of being upside down. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you learned something. I hope this pose feels good in your body. If it doesn't, or if you feel like there are things you're working with that you have some questions about, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much.